Alright, this is the final part of making the metadata, getting it all ready and stuff for ArWeave. So you would have made the metadata file for one of the songs, and then you make another one for the different rarities of the same song. And this is what it looks like to have one song with different rarities. Like, nothing changes except just that license thing there. And then when you go to a different song, mostly everything's the same still, just like the name of the song changes, the duration, just a couple things. Track number. Then if I go a little bit lower to like where the lyrics are and stuff like that, you'd be able to see that like within the same song. Just real quick. You'll see like the files here change. So when I flick between the same song with different rarities, you see just the files here of the image. Those are the only things that change. And then the rarity right here, that changes too. Because with these tokens, that's the only thing that I have that changes and distinguishes the metadata for each rarity. Is just the rarity thing here, the rarity tag, and then the image that has the rarity badge. And then here is, I'll go to a different song. You can see that from this song to the next song, the song has a video, and then the next song doesn't have a video. So that whole thing's gone. So yeah, you need a piece of metadata for each rarity and for each song. Once you have all that stuff, all those files all figured out and stuff like that, then you'll have them all like in this folder like I have right here. And then you're going to need to upload them all. So you upload them all to ArWeave, like over here. Token URIs, I got all of them. And they're all named, like all the files. You can see the names of the files, and you understand what they are. But we're going to go and do that next thing, which is making a manifest. And once you have all those files and you're all ready, I want you to do this like on your computer before you upload it to ArDrive. Is you make a folder and you rename every single. You copy all the files. You copy all those token URIs, all the metadata files, and then you rename them all 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever you want to do. But I numbered them like this, and all of those files have to do. I made a little index right here, text file, and it shows me that like number 9 is actually song 3, girls, rarity 3. That's just to make it easier for me. But this right here, this manifest folder, that's something that I'm going to upload to ArDrive now. So I already uploaded a manifest folder here for the Desante Records contract. And I uploaded everything, and when I upload them, they say the file extension, so I renamed every single file to get rid of the .json. And they're all gonna work, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And now I'm gonna make a manifest folder of this folder. All you gotta do is you go new, create manifest. I'm gonna call it URI manifest. And then go to the manifest folder, click. Oh, go slower. So you find the folder, manifest folder, then you click create here. It says it's going to make the manifest. It's 1 kilobyte. It's going to cost less than 1 cent. It's always that really small amount. That's like the minimum amount for an ArWeave transaction. And once I clicked OK, it paid it. I'm gonna wait. But when I click into this manifest folder now, there's a new file, and it's the Desante Records URI manifest. It's that file I just created. That's the manifest of the folder. So when I click this, click preview, if it works, I think it works. If I put 1, it should go to a different file, and it should go to the first song, Genesis Rarity. Genesis Rarity, Pinky, this number. If I go to 0, it will go to the contract metadata. See? If I go to index.txt, because you have to include the whole name of the file, even the file extension. Look, it pulls up the index text file, which is this index text file right here. So the manifest, it's like, it's an address for the folder. So that's the folder, and then each file in the folder is in there. Hope that makes sense. So now I'm going to go over here to my buddy's contracts information, and I'm going to make a new manifest. I'm going to upload a manifest. So, not upload it. I'm going to upload a folder and then make a manifest from it. So here's all the token URIs, and they're all named. I copy them into this manifest folder that are all numbered. And that's what I'm going to upload. So I upload the file. I click yes. It says uploading 38 files. You can see them all. It's going to cost less than 1 cent. It's a little bit more than that minimum amount. I click upload. Yeah, it's like really simple, right? You just click the folder you want to upload. You click yes. Here it is, manifest folder. This is the older manifest folder that I'm going to have to throw out, which you don't throw things out. You just like move them into a folder that's called trash. Like this, ArDrive is weird. There's got to be a way to actually delete the files one day, but like it's not designed to be deleted. Like the files aren't supposed to be deleted. It's really interesting. So yeah, I could I could compare the old manifest to the new one, but I just wanted to show you this, that all these files, they all are uploaded with a .json at the end, which is not the way the files were when I uploaded them. They were all, I got rid of the .json in like on my computer, but they showed up again. And when I make a manifest of this folder, if I do that right now, it will have to have the .json. So to have the least amount of gas possible, because every single character that you write adds more gas when you're doing it like on Ethereum. So I'm going to go into every single one here, rename, and then get rid of it. First, I'll make sure that the file works. Yeah. So I will rename it. Delete the .json, click rename. Literally every single file, all 38 of these files, I'm going to do that for. 36, whatever. It's a lot. But I'll do that later. But yeah, basically this is how you make the manifest. Is you upload all the files. You don't need to have them as the smallest amount, but it helps to save a lot of gas costs if you want to optimize. Once they're all the smallest possible, then you make the manifest, like I did in the in this folder. I renamed them all off screen. Then I made the manifest. Then you go to the manifest, you click preview, and that's the link. So I will demonstrate this now. I'll use this manifest and I'll change the metadata in here. I'm in the contract wizard or contract manager. I just clicked reload, so now I gotta wait for it to reload. The server was probably sleeping because, yeah, I'm not paying for good servers, so the servers sleep when they're not being used. So I just went to the contract manager. I'm gonna go to contract here that I'm not really using. It has no tokens on it, but it has the sync records metadata right now, and I'm gonna change the metadata. So the contract metadata here, it's actually 0. That's all of it, all it is, because it's a manifest and then 0. Just like here, the 0 is the contract metadata. But this is a different record label. It's Desante Records. It's not Sync Records. So I will change it, but I'm not going to change it by changing the contract metadata over here. I'm going to change it by changing the base metadata. So I'm going to click here, and I'll be able to change it. I'm going to go right here to the manifest. I'm going to copy the manifest. I'll copy the entire link, because here you need the https arweave.net / the manifest, the transaction for the manifest. So that's what I'm going to do here. Boink. I'm going to get rid of this like extra code at the bottom. I don't know why it does this extra stuff at the back end, but just delete that. So now it says https arweave.net transaction ID. And I'll click change. All right, are we ready for this? So when this thing approves, it's going to change the metadata for the contract. I won't, the contract metadata didn't change. It still says 0, but the base one changed. And because the manifest, changed, it's going to change the whole thing. This makes sense, right? If I set the in the manifest that the contract metadata file was named contract metadata, then I'd have to name it contract metadata here instead of 0. It's like anything. So it did change. I went up here and look, it's not changed. So now what? I think it probably didn't change because it was it already had some metadata, so it's like not thinking to refresh. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't know to refresh because it normally only refreshes when you change the contract metadata. Maybe bug, or it's not expecting to change stuff by changing that, because changing the base changes every token on the contract. I don't know. I'm just thinking about quirks and databases and blah blah blah. I'm sure if I reload everything, it will work. And then we'll see that the metadata changed for that contract. Ready? Oh no, it looks the same. So let's go here and delete this. I wonder if it like saves it to the database and then I can't load it up. Who knows? You know what I mean? Like maybe you just find a bug and then it doesn't work and I can't actually. That's completely wrong. I know how to get it to refresh properly though. If I can't get it to this time, let's just. Ooh, it looks the same. So let's just change the contract metadata to 0. Even though it's already 0, let's change it to 0 again. Just so like we go through the motions and it refreshes the database properly. Damn, this will take a lot longer than I thought. But this is the way it is. I should have just went there like slowly, one file at a time, renaming, getting rid of all the .jsons. and then making a manifest and I already showed you that it worked with the Desante Records contract though. Okay, will it? Oh, look at that! Look at that! It actually changed. See, I knew it. I knew it was just a quirk with the website and databases and shit. Cause look, it still says sync records because changing the metadata doesn't change the name. I got to do another transaction for that. But you can see it totally works. And if I refresh it, it will. I'm pretty sure it will change the color of the buttons now. But that's how it is. Oh no, I guess that was the color of the buttons. They're just very similar. They're both gray, but just slightly different. So I just did that to show you that you can set a manifest because this is set to the new manifest, and you can do that. And yeah, so once you have the manifest and you know what the contract metadata is and all that stuff, you can have a brand new contract, and that's what it'll look like. One of these over here, brand new with the contract guy, and you click set initial variables, and then baseURI, that's the manifest, and then here contract URI. So you'd put 0, or you'd put whatever the name of the file is, and then royalty percentage, which is secondary royalties. You click that, and then you initialized or whatever, set the base initial variables for your contract, and then you can mint masters, right? Mint new originals. And since you set all your metadata already, you know what the location of all that metadata is for those songs. So you'd be like, oh yeah, song 1 is 1, 2, 3, and then or whatever you could name it anything, a long name or a short name, and that's how you do it. Like you're off to the races, and then you could like make your songs. But it's a quite a journey, right, of making your metadata. But yeah, I'll make better versions. I'll make better videos. But thanks for enduring this and putting up with my ranting of explaining stuff. Thanks for watching. Yeah, please help me out. Let's build this together, right? Give me tips. Let's build this. Let's make this website better. Let's build other websites that have to do with these fun things.